With test-driven development, you can build inside out. That is, build the little bitty things and make them work, and then build functionality on top of that. But it's easy to get lost in the details. That's an important skill. I love inside out. Outside in, where you're focusing on functionality, helps you stay on track. So good TDD is a balance between the two. Let's see how that plays out in this live coding session. All right, let's get started. Welcome to the Quality Coding live stream. Welcome to Mudshark. Hey, good to have you, as always. And welcome to folks who don't know me, probably watching on YouTube. My name is John Reed. I am an iOS developer, a coach, and my site is qualitycoding.org. Come check it out. I do intend to get back to regular posting or irregular posting. It comes in waves. Life is rather preoccupied right now, but it is in my plans to take much of the stuff we're learning together in this TDD with SwiftUI live coding series and turn it into blog posts. That's my book for mainly, definitely a pre-SwiftUI book, but hopefully still helpful. Hello, Andy Coder. Oh, and YouTubers, subscribe, and if you like even part of what you see, give it a like as we go along. All right. Where are we? We are working on Mastermind, and we are in the middle of trying to distinguish some types from each other. We had, let's see, we have this notion of code choices represented. It was initially represented as an array of code choice, and this started to sprinkle around the code and have different meanings. Because they had different meanings, it was like, we have to separate these into different types, because it's just getting too messy. So we have code choices. These are the, hey, Garbub, good to have you. Welcome. Code choices. These are the options from which you select. There's the secret that you are trying to guess, and there is your guess. These are the things we're working on. And we left with some questions, but as I was quickly reviewing the code in its current shape, it occurs to me that rather than trying to fix any feature envy, I don't think there is enough feature envy yet, because we're in the middle of trying to do something else. And so the only things that are calling like a lot of our code are the tests, and that's not enough for me. I want code that makes calls so that we can suss out the code smells of where does a feature belong, and follow the feature envy smells and the law of Demeter violations. Is it law of Demeter, law of Demeter? I go back and forth on that, right? I'll say it both ways. Demeter, Demeter. Where does the accent fall? So my idea is, let's fix these up after we get some more types in place, and maybe maybe even when we get the game to call it like that. That might be the better place. Let's do that. In which case, code choices, and we'll leave these as questions. Code choices might be done for now. And we move along to like, what is a secret? What is a guess? I'm going to tentatively mark this as done and put secret into play. That's rough game plan. We'll see. The beauty of this kind of design is it's very flexible. So code choices is just a thing, an array of code choices, but it's hiding that so you can't use it elsewhere. And maybe we need that secret. Where is, we don't have a secret, I think. I think that's where we were. We've got, what is the secret? Ah, secret maker, look at this. This is immediately incorrect. and I think this was the main smell that tipped us towards creating new types, was to say, you know, it should come from, you should, from one thing and produce a different thing, different types, so you can't mix them. And especially because it's hard to test that way. Have we done the task to have the game object use the secret? I don't think so. Maybe the other tasks would fit under the refactor step of the TDD cycle. It is possible. I'm pretty sure nothing is using this yet. Let's find out. Yeah, the only places that are calling this is test code. So you think maybe get back on track and we'll discover what needs to happen rather than trying to guess at what might happen. Although this, I think this signature is pretty clear. This signature is incorrect. And I think once we fix this, then yeah, then let's figure out how to use it. Let's address this before it spreads. But thank you. I totally agree that we should let the functionality determine what we need. So if what we want for starters, and this should be, there are only a few tests that are calling this. It's not all in the secret maker test. So this should be fairly trivial. No need to do a very complicated, careful refactoring. Any changes we make just come from fixing up 3 callers. Super easy. So the one thing we want is to, and let me just follow compiler-driven development here for a second. Code choices. Let's follow, and see what happens. So code choices, this needs to take, where is our thing to make code choices? It's the generator, but I'm not sure we want the generator for our tests. Oh, we're using the generator. Oh, here it is, options. So instead of doing that, we say this should be code choices. And here I'm just going to fill these in. Again, these are, we'll sort out what's going on here. So hopefully in just a few minutes, no big deal, we should be green. Okay, so that is step 1 of our make secret change. I really wish, no, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say app code. Not sure it would have helped. Let's get this in. What is this? This is it's really a feature change of code that we're setting up to call. So I'm going to say it is basically a one-liner. Make secret something like that. Let's do the other side. This should return a secret, which will be much like the other thing. We should be able to make the secret from an array of code choice. Code secret. Oh, I kind of like that. Essentially what I want then is something like that. Secret maker. Sure, if we need code secret. The secret, I think, now that I think about it, it might be redundant. Let's start there. And I'm going to declare this inline. It's going to look like that. But it's also going to be able to take it from options there. What's going on? Oh. Yuck. I don't like it. Now let's flip these, which will cause our tests not to compile. And we'll sprinkle these again. I missing something? Result options. There we go. Okay. Make secrets returns many secrets. Make secret returns single secret. Make secrets. Make secret. Single secret. Yeah, I think that's good the way it is. Thank you. Let's get this in. Michaela. Where in the world is Michaela? Change make secret return type. Aha! Nice. Okay. That's the secret type. I don't know about guess. I feel like the first thing we need to do is have the secret call, have the game call this, use the secret, store it, and then the guess comes into play. So let me pull this off. Something. Discovery trees don't have to be super precise as you're going. One thing that's really helpful when you're working in an ensemble, different roles emerge. People do different things. You may have seen the, maybe you haven't seen the mob programming role-playing game. Maybe I should bring that up. Where are the images? They're out in PDFs. So let me just share this while I'm thinking about it. This is a wonderful set of, like, you want to get better at ensemble programming or mobbing. Here are different types of roles that work well. Obviously, we have the driver, that is the person on the keyboard. The navigator, who is giving instructions, but there are these other things. Like the archivist is the one I'm thinking about right now. And for each of these, you get points. When you're actually sort of using the game, you get points for doing a particular thing. Record solution alternatives on a big visible chart. I would say keep the chart up to date would be an important one. Check it out. These are really, really cool. So let's come back to, maybe the thing to do is to say, we're going to come back to this. It's kind of funny to leave this in play, but But let's use it. Right? We've done all this work. We TDD'd the secret maker. Oh, this is gross still. I want to clean this up. Yuck, 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 yuck. Let's extract this. We'll call it what colors? Secret isn't these aren't options. This is wrong. These aren't options from which you choose. These are the slots that make it up. What's a better name? What's a better name than options? This is a extract variable. Yeah, it occurs to me that this is not what we want. The elements of it's what's in the secret. It's kind of hard to name because what's in the secret is this array, but that's what we were trying to hide. The code. Code pattern, nice. Let's try code. See how that fits. What all changed? Was it just those? Rename property. Okay. Let's call it good enough. The thing about iterative development is you sort of do a little here and you do a little there. Let's see, secret code. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, let's do that too. I agree. Oh. There we go. Oh, that reads better. I like it. Rename init arg. Better and better in small steps. We've got the secret maker. Let's use it. We've got commented out code here. Which is probably no longer correct. Maybe it is. Here's this, I think, was is guess correct? There's our guess. And this must be set from... Oh, it's empty. There's nothing setting it. And it's the wrong type, of course. So. It's empty. Is guess correct? Is just used here. We are only showing you win, I think. Let me check the tests here to see if we have a you lose. There is game over shows you win when guess matches secret shows you lose. How are these working? Let's review these. We're just jamming the secret in like that. Okay. Huh. Well, now we need to use the correct type. Right, thank you. The tests are doing it, but in production, the secret remains empty. We have the secret maker that's not called. To make things easier, we should change this type away from this to secret. Yep. Man, you remember well. It's been weeks since then, Andy Coder. Yeah. All right. I feel like we have a choice between making this quick and easy or what? How many places do we have to fix? How bad is it? Okay. Not bad so far. Let's just follow it for a few minutes, and if it becomes horrible, pretty sure this is the last one. So this should be replaced by a secret code like that. Same here. And hopefully that's it. Oop. Okay. Not too bad. What did we do? We changed this type from array of options to secret. Seems good. I'm going to call this a refactoring. Change Okay. Now we should be able to get to the thing that says, what was it? Where was it? The game tests. Here it is. Here we go. Back to commented out code that we made weeks ago, I think. Let's see if we can't express this. If we have a game, we tell it to make secrets. Oh, and it's the nullable version of the secret maker. Then the secret code should be same as the code choice options. Again, just because we know the nullable has those same things. That looks okay. Let's have a go. Woo! Yay. Yay! What a long journey that was to get back here. Now let's see. We can't just... Oop, we need a secret maker. So we need a secret maker to call it. So the game should be given a secret maker. Oh, it already is. Okay, so all we have to do is hold on to it. Let's make this make sure that looks good. That looks good. Hooray! As far as I know, nothing is calling this except for our test. Yep. But hooray! Now with correct types, if you ask the game, make a new secret, it will get a new secret. Woo! I'm feel myself exhaling because that was several weeks in the journey, several sessions. Remember, these are short coding sessions. It's just an hour and a half. So in reality, it would be something we'd hash out in a day. All right. I think this is still a small feature. Game now has make secret. but it's not called yet. Hey, there are some other folks online. Welcome. Good to have you. Say hello. Okay. So, when do we make the secret? Right now, our game screen. Right now, we're just given a game and probably ought to make the secret right away. Well, no. Well, just to play it through once and to say we only support a single play of a game, probably ought to call it. Well, let's see. The length of the secret is currently hard-coded to 2. Here's the app. Here we go. So this is the outer edge of our app, the composition root. We are hard coding the number of choices to 2, passing in a secret maker, and something needs to ask it to make a new secret. And for now, I think we can just say, we'll do that when it starts up. But we'll also want to do it when you swipe down on whether you win or lose. We're only doing one game right now, though. Oh. Oh. Right now, we happen to have a single notion. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Code choices, secret length. Right now, there's only one. And this might be incorrect. Ay, ay, ay. Great call out. Especially, okay, so down the road, there's going to be cases where we definitely want to have them separate. In between, for the most games, since the secret is shuffled, the number of choices is 2. But in our version, we only want 1. Oh, this is not expressed. Let's call this out. Don't know what to do with it yet. Just noting it. Secret length. Yeah, that's good enough. Let's return to the code because I think is guess correct. Passing in guess 1, and this will never be true. Oy, oy, oy. If you only get one guess. Oi, oi, oi. How to do this? If we have, we're going for simple games. It's like the one choice thing really doesn't fit. I think it's going to have to be a temporary hack to have a single choice, and that we really want two choices. But, oh man. Not until the length of the secret will not vary if you're playing by the rules that, the simple rules that these never repeat. And so it's going to use every one of them. So I think we need, this is play the simplest game. We need to have like another thing beyond play the simplest game to play game with two options, secret. That's good enough. I think that is a next step. So for now, I want this, let's hard code. The secret itself, we don't need it to conform to equality because we're not going to be comparing secrets with secrets. We're going to have guesses. So secret is made up from the options. But I think I need to, I need to make this ugly before we make it good. In other words, I want to hard code maybe the secret length is the wrong thing. It's this, I mean, essentially it is. Ho, ho, ho. So I would say this is not done. Damn. Code and domains are so fascinating. So right now we have the thing that's making it hard is I already sort of cooked in. I got ahead of myself. Instead of doing right, the length of the secret is the same, except that in the current incarnation of the game, you only get one choice. I'll show you. There's only one choice. For a full game, there need to be, like, your guess needs to have two. So we can say, is the secret of two colors match your guess of two colors? So let's not use, let's not use is guess correct. Let's hard code around it. Boink. And avoid it for now. That is what I want to have. What I want instead yes. Secret code of 0 like that. I think this will still pass the tests because the test, I think, is jamming in one option. Oops. And I just crashed. That is true. And that's the problem, isn't it? Thank you. Thank you. Yep. We're dereferencing the empty array. Okay. Let's just get back to green for a second. And let's go to the game screen tests, and guess one is just a color or a code choice. So test displays code choices. I'm changing these. Wait, no. I'm mixing it up. Code choices is, I'm tripping over code choices versus secret length. Stay on target, John. What do I want to say? I want to say that that the game should use a secret. So let's do that in here. Initial color guess is unselected. Here we go. Here are our tests. Displays code choices bottom up. Initial color guess is unselected. Tapping a code choice sets a guess color. Shows game over. So I feel like to tell the story, I feel like I want a test in here. That says test that's like that. I don't know how much of this I need. I feel like all I need to do is create the system under test and say that, hey, when I do this, the SUT where's the secret? The secret's in the game. I think I need the game screen existence to trigger the game. This is a little funny, but secret should be non-empty. I think that's what I want. It's like showing game screen. That's the game secret. Does that make sense? I think this will fail right now. Good. Now let's go to the game screen. And I'll just do it in here. Good. Let's do. I don't know the answer to that. And at this moment, I'm not concerned with it because I'm going for the cheap win of having you only get one game. That's all. One game and it's done. But I do want. Oh, wait. Yeah. Avoid doing work on init is a good rule. It's like, what triggers it? Let me get this in, and then let's see if we can't improve it. Well, no, let's try it. Let's try it. So on appear. Ah. So like that. Did not work. What do you think? Well, it's not updating. Do we need to do this trick to let it update? But what will update it? How will the view update? Okay, let me go back and let's get it in place first. Hello, Tommy. Let's get it in and then let's make it right. Showing game screen, or creating really, sets game secret. So how would we do this? If we wanted to move this out of here, we also want it to happen if we dismiss. I don't know. Can we just leave it for now? It is funny because it does seem to violate the rule that an initializer or a constructor should not do work. But I think, yeah. And we don't want it to happen on every redraw. Yeah, let's leave it for now, and we'll have to come back to it. So. Task? Oh, huh. Yes. This is all good stuff, guys. I like it. So, back to here. I think this might pass. Okay, good. It didn't blow up. So this is gross, but it is hard coding around. I'm going to say hard code the until we have secret length equals the options length. Now, can we play a game? Let's try. Okay, what's it gonna be? I win. I think I had never won before. Let's do it again. Let's choose black again. Let's choose black again. Yay! One thing that is missing from this that would be helpful for testers is the idea of show the secret. This GPaw talks about making a builder app that helps you build. It's still an app, but it has stuff in it that helps the folks building and testing the app that the real customers wouldn't have access to. What I'm thinking about is right up here, the secret code is actually hidden under this. We haven't even done that yet. So let's call this a victory. Feel like another step of you win or you lose would be showing something other than a sheet so that you could actually see the secret and compare your guess against the secret. But ta-da! We did it. We don't. Okay, let's think about this in the rest of the time. Let's think about these things and see what we have in terms of code smells. I think the guess is not going to make sense until we have a guess of more than one. So I'm going to call this sort of a don't do, in which case this is done. This is pretty exciting, considering the fact that we are doing test-driven development with SwiftUI. Shall we follow this? That would be a simple way. Game over text is a find of text. If we add more text in there, will it preserve the tests? So if I add another here, it's like we need something else. Yeah, it's just taking the text. This could just be a prefix. How about this? Let's redo this. Did I undo it? Get back to green. Change this test. Say as prefix. To do a comparison of equality with an optional Boolean, my tip is compare it. Okay, so with that, the test softened. I should be able to say, do, 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 do. You lose. The secret was blah, that this should pass. Okay. Because I don't really want to test this. Oh, well, it's because where the assertion, the has prefix might be true, it might be false, or it might be nil, because it is based on finding the element. And if the element is missing, then it's nil. So I can't say assert true has prefix because of that. The secret was, and I'll just make this gross, game secret. Yeah. Let's try it. Let's try it again. I won. Hey. I like it. Again, that is not TDD because I don't want to keep it, but it just makes it nicer. So show secret when you lose. This is fun and it's good. Let's look for any violations. There were sure plenty of places where I'm asking for dot option. Like I sprinkled dot option and in a lot of places, probably dot code in a few places. Let's have a look at game secret code. That's temporary. I don't care. That's also temporary. This should be matching word. Let's try again. That we're working around right now. We're avoiding is guest secret. That's okay. It's inside of here. Tests. Code choice to tap is the game secret code 0. That's okay too. Then we have secret maker tests and game tests. Maybe those are okay. Let's look at dot options. Again, a lot of tests. That is where I did sprinkle it. I think this one is only used by a test, which is also funny. It's just like, feels weird. Let's do that. Let's follow this. Eh. Yeah, this is funny to me that I have a little helper here. I feel like I'd rather have that. and get rid of this. Remove method only used by tests. All right, back to our search here. That's our law of Demeter. Which is it? Hider. This one. Well, that's the secret maker. Just to be clear, the length of the secret should not be the length of the code choices. Well, that depends. I'll show you. Not statistics. All right. So here's where we choose the number of colors. That's really quite awful to have it be like COL, but that's okay. When we go up to 8 and play, oh, crap. Mudshark is correct. In that case, separate number of options from secret length. Let's do that. Thank you. Thank you. How about these? Let's look. Yeah, so I'm wondering how much of this makes sense. And it may be that trying to like address any code smells here will be premature and lead us down wrong roads when we know we're going to make a change in a different direction. Yeah. Let's pick this off. Boink. It's gone. Declare victory. Declare victory. Play the simplest game is done. Right? We've got something we can demo that runs through, and now this Mudshark playing the good stakeholder here is saying, yeah, but what? Not just stakeholder, but poking holes in my assumptions, and I really appreciate that. You know, there was one more question here that I think is worthy, and that is that the notion of the code choices should be separate from yeah, but how should it be represented in SwiftUI? And the idea was maybe make a private extension for this. I don't think it should be a sequence, at least not yet. I'll leave that down as a question. Let's do this real quick. This was here on the code choices. I'm going to sneak this in. Okay. I'm violating some rules here, but this should be quick and easy. Famous last words. So this is the method I want to pull out. Let's put it into an extension that is only in the SwiftUI side of things. Let me leave it there. Now we can do this. Let's do it in one shot and see if it works. So over in the game screen, we'll have an extension of secret. No. Game choices. Code choices. You can tell every time we do this, when I start losing my brain, it's like last to first. Yeah. And I like this better. Is there a way to make this private? There we go. Let's do that. This is move SwiftUI specific order to extension. Alrighty, folks. Using private extension. This is no longer a question. Next steps. I think would the next step be to try and get the secret to full 4 options, as we can repeat colors to fill in if the code choices are not enough. Repeating colors is another advanced setting. I think. No. Oh, here. Same color. This is an advanced setting, and it requires changing the idea of creating the game secret. So let's not go there. The simplest version of Mastermind is to say you don't get to reuse colors. Let's instead expand the number of options. So really, instead of separate, the task I want is to make play game with secret length of 2. I think that's the next simplest game. This is pretty cool. It's really subtle how much work went into creating the simplest game with a single guess, starting from layout, starting from tapping the color, and then you win or you lose, and getting the secret in place. Kind of like it. Let's do a retro. What did we learn? What did we experience? What did we have? Oh, well, the big one is that that's big discovery, which I had wrong in my head. Another one might be, let's see what we did. Kind of coming back to getting back on the horse, I think. It's really easy and to get lost in the details, and this is where yeah. Keep them. This is where it's good to have a balance between outside in TDD and inside out TDD. Inside out works well if you have a clear idea of this is going to plug into this and this is going to plug into this. Outside in, I feel like, and this is, I've mostly done inside out, I think. This is an interesting round for me to go like from the UI and work backwards. And no, I have done that because I've done that mostly with UIKit, is to TDD the behavior from UIKit backwards in. So anyway, it's a bit of a seesaw that I guess the point of the reason outside in becomes, acceptance test driven development is that you don't know if the thing is going to if all the pieces are going to be the things you need. And instead you're like moving it down, faking it out when you need to. So what would I say? Outside in. Help. Or ATD helps keep focus. That's great. I'll just spell this out. Nice. Very nice. All right, let's call it. Thanks for joining. Next week I'm going to be off. Family's going to be in town, so I'm looking forward to their visit, and they get me and you don't. On the other hand, I don't get to code much. I'll work on my my Objective-C stuff if I have time, but I won't be streaming. So next week is off. I should be back in 2 weeks. YouTubers, thanks for watching. Give it a like for sure. And that's it. All right. Thank you for joining. Do subscribe on YouTube, on Twitch. Check out my site, qualitycoding.org. All right. Thanks very much, folks. Take care. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.